Well, welcome to the stadium tonight, which, as you know, is Sunderland's ground, and we've got an enormously exciting day for you here.
What I'm going to give each group, a picture. And on this picture there is a face. It's just a face of somebody that you not know, it's just a face. It's not anybody famous. Loads of things are going to come rushing into your mind, and that's really good. What I want you to do, once you see this picture, is invent a life for this person. Okay? So what I mean by invent a life for this person is, look at this picture, discuss in your group where you think this person might come from, what they might like to do in their spare time, what their religion might be if they've got one, loads and loads of them. Okay?
So what have you learnt this morning?
I've learned a lot about racism, and I understand what racism is and the types of racism.
We've learned about racism and how only just looking at people's skin colour doesn't make a difference.
And I've learned that when you call someone, say if you call someone back, it's not racism, it's not racist.
How do you feel about the stories you've been told today?
We've heard some.
I was quite sad.
We've heard some about racism and how people might get murdered, and that makes me feel bad.
I've learned that racism is not a new problem. It's been there for many years.
Before, I thought racism was bad, but now I know how bad it can get. It's gone worse.
I'm Emily from Hadrian. Have you ever experienced racism? If you have, how did you feel?
Thank you.
Yeah, I experienced it as well. I'm born and raised in this area, so when I was growing up, when I was your age, there weren't many people that looked like me. Not many people had my skin colour. Basically, we stood out, and we used to get lots of abuse. Just walking down the street, people shouting abuse at us, and it wasn't called for and it wasn't nice, and I was only a young child at the time, and my sister was around the same age as me. I remember walking down the street with my mum, and somebody spat in our faces, in all three of our faces, and I was too young at the time to realise what it was. It wasn't until I got older and my mum explained what it was that, she told us that it was that person had been racist to us. It wasn't nice. It wasn't a nice feeling at all. I would hate for anybody to experience what I went through. It wasn't nice, and that's why I'm up here today, educating not just yourselves, basically anybody that'll listen, that racism is wrong and nobody should have to put up with it.
Since the visit to the workshop in November, has your opinion developed or changed in any way?
I think it's changed a little, slightly since, and I still think that racism is the wrong choice to do.
I still think racism is a big thing in the world and we should stop.
It's sort of changed because before I wasn't really that bothered. Yeah, but now when my brother be's racist or something, I always tell him off, and I feel a lot more about him now.
My opinion on racist is still stayed the same, but I think more carefully about what I say. I think racist is always the wrong option, and people need to be more careful about what they say. We need to keep asking ourselves this question: how do I know?
Has the visit to the workshop left an impact on you?
Kind of, yeah. I now know I now know that I need to think more carefully before I say something.
It's made us speak more careful about what I'm saying, because I don't want to say something that could offend people or upset anyone. So yeah, I think it's made quite a big impact.
Do you think meeting famous people like the Sunderland players that you met and the old footballers, do you think that makes a bigger impact on the things that you learn compared to just sort of normal people that you talk to?
Yeah, because it shows that it's just the same with everyone else. Like some of the people there had racist abuse to them. It's not pleasant at all. So I think it shows that even if they're famous, the people are still unpleasant and unkind to people. So yeah, I think it's made much more of a big impact.
Probably, yeah. I've now seen someone that's had racism done to them, and I've felt so bad for them, and I know how they must have felt. Well, it does create it does make you feel a bit more, but you should hear it from ordinary people as well.
Have you thought any more about the stories that you heard at the event from like Richard Offyoung, for example? He said about when he was in the streets he got called racist things and he got sort of called nasty names. Have you thought about those anymore?
Not much. It's happened to some of my friends, but not often. I haven't thought much about it, but it's always somewhere in my head.
I've been reading through the magazine and I've learned about lots of other things. I've learned about I haven't learned about the stories, but I've learned about a group called EDL.
I thought that it must be really hard for them and having their life spent and not knowing what it was when he was little.
Do you think it was better doing it at the stadium than it would be at school?
Yeah, it would be because it gets the people more excited, and so they won't. If it was at school, they would just think it was a boring or assembly sort of thing.
I'm showing racism, the red card.
Show racism, the red card.
Show racism, the red card.